If you like Daredevil on Netflix, well, I hope you will enjoy Marvel's newest installment on Netflix, Jessica Jones. I was not too familiar with the character, no, but in order for me to, in preparing for to watch the show, I got familiar with her. I will give you a history on the character before I talk about the show. Jessica Jones had a crush on Peter Parker. They were in class together. And then, of course, he got bitten by the radioactive spider, and I guess you know the rest. She also had a crush on another superhero, Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four, aka the Human Torch. Then one night, while driving with her family, they crash into a truck filled with radiation. And her family is killed instantly, but for some reason she isn't. She is in a coma for months. And when she wakens up, she is adopted by the Jones, hinting her name Jessica Jones. But things at school don't are she's basically labeled as an outcast after the accident and all that. And it's a very depressing time for her. But something else has come over her. She discovers she has superpowers. She can fly and she has immense strength, and I don't think she's impervious to pain, but I think she has kind of a healing factor. I mean, she almost similar to what Captain America has with his healing factor. Not quite like Wolverine or Deadpool, but you know what I mean. So she kind of starts her own career as a superhero. But then she is taken over by mind control by Kilgrave, aka the Purple Man. And he has her do all these dastardly things. But then when the Avengers help her break free from Kilgrave, she pretty much ends her superhero career and becomes a private detective. Okay, that's the brief. That's my history on the history on Jessica Jones. Now I'm gonna talk about the show. I gotta say it's pretty good. I mean, even though Jessica Jones has superpowers, she is not a superhero. She's a private detective, and it's basically a detective drama, just with superpowers in the mix in. I like the way that her powers are not really the driving focus of the show, not like some other super shows with powers are. No, it's basically her detective skills are basically the main focus. And I like the film noir like setting the show brings. I really like it that way. Now, if you're expecting this to be a family-friendly show like The Flash and Supergirl, I gotta tell you, you are gonna be disappointed. This is like what you remember when you saw Daredevil on Netflix. It's basically the same feeling, the dark and grittiness to it. And I saw Rosario Dawson reprising her role from Daredevil, making an appearance in this show. Sorry. And they're gonna connect this with other shows too. I mean, Daredevil, and you probably know she meets Luke Cage. You know him. He also has superhuman strength and unbreakable skin, played by Mike Coulter. Oh man, he looks too perfect for the role of Luke Cage. I mean, it's like the character just walked off the comic book. Ooh, he's just perfect. And you probably know they kind of shack up. Of course, in the comic books, they get married and have a kid, but I don't know if that's going to happen here because, eventually he's going to get his own show in 2016. And Christian Ritter. Now, I've seen some of her work, but not a great deal because, I mean, the work I have seen her in, she's not terrible, but I didn't think she could pull off such a role. I mean, but dang, she really knocked it out of the park. Whew, she was good. I love her performance. She's basically a. She's. I mean, if you. She has. Even though her. She has super strength. And. And if you get out of line with her or anything, she'll kick your butt. And unlike Supergirl, she's not subtle about it. No, she is certainly not. And I also like she shows other sides of the character. You know, she shows that she could be tough and take no crap kind of person, but also shows she could be very vulnerable. And she's trying in the first two episodes, she's trying to run away from her sins of the past, but no, and she realizes she can't run away. She's gotta face up to it, and that's what she does perfectly. Rachel Taylor as Trish Walker and is good as Jessica's friend. You probably know she becomes her own superhero called Hellcat. I don't know if that's going to be in the show. Maybe next season. Who knows? I didn't watch all the episodes yet, but the episodes I have seen are pretty good. Yes, they do mention the Avengers. I mean, well, in the two episodes I've seen, they do get a mention, surprisingly. And so this trying to let you know this does connect with the other Marvel universes of the Avengers movies. So far the episodes I have seen it's a pretty decent show. I mean, if you don't like the dark grittiness of Daredevil, you're probably not going to like this show because this show is very gritty. But if you're tired of the family-friendly heroes that you see a lot on the big screen, then you want to see something more grittier, check this show out.